is the highlight. House of Representatives passes 54.99 trillion naira 2025 budget into law. Southwest Governors Forum to establish food inflation joint monitoring team. Ogun State government recycles over 1,500 tons of plastics daily. And on the foreign scene, Liberian president suspends hundreds of officials over ASA declaration failure.
And on business, Nigeria's annual textiles imports hit $6 billion in 2025. And we'll bring you details of these and other stories when I return on the business segment of the news. I am Dominic Agbea.
And on sport news tonight, English football are to use semi-automated offsides for the first time. This and more much later on the news. I am Moses Ojewumi. Stay with us.
Tolerance is not about having beliefs. It is about how your beliefs lead you to treat people who disagree with you. You can watch us live on Facebook at Ogtv and Ogun State Television, YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta, and on Ogtv website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple and Google Play stores. The House of Representatives has passed the 54.99 trillion naira 2025 appropriation bill. A breakdown of the budget showed 3.645 trillion naira for statutory transfers, 14.317 trillion naira for debt servicing, 13.64 trillion naira for recurrent expenditure, and 23.963 trillion naira for capital expenditure. The chairman of the House Committee on Appropriations, Abubakar Bashir, while presenting the bill for consideration, stated that the committee met with the Presidential Economic Planning Team to further discuss revenue projections and expenditure for the 2025 appropriation bill. According to him, the 2025 appropriation bill was presented late compared to the 2024. He urged the executive to present subsequent budget to the National Assembly not later than 3 months before the next financial year to maintain the January to December budget cycle. The Southwest Governors Forum is set to establish a food inflation joint monitoring team with the intention of fostering interstate collaboration in the region. The chairman of the forum, the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, made this known in a communique issued shortly after a meeting of the 6 governors that make up the forum in Lagos State.
We believe also at the forum discussion will express concern with activities of unscrupulous middlemen who deliberately inflate food prices and commodities within the region. We therefore took a view and agreed to establish what we call a food inflation joint monitoring team, which we believe will foster interstate collaboration and it will mitigate food inflation. We also went further to jointly set individually logistics hub, as a means of ensuring, food security, food adequacy in each state, but also working collaboratively as a region together.
Issue of insecurity, the forum condemned activities of the Islamic State West African province ISWAP in some part of Southwest, calling for enhanced collaboration between the Nigerian police force and other local security outfits in the region.
The forum also commits to taking necessary action to counter any form of threats into the region. Establishment of a joint security surveillance. The forum agreed to appoint to appoint now special advisors on security in each state and to establish a joint surveillance monitoring team, which we believe will oversee and coordinate security efforts across the region. And as part of the resolution, the forum has committed to deploying advanced technology, including aerial surveillance systems that will enhance security operations. Additionally, the forum resolved to strengthen intelligence gathering by fostering a collaboration between our state security operatives, local security network, and of course the federal enforcement authorities.
The forum, while commending President Bola Tinubu for his various economic initiatives, particularly in the sustained supply and distribution of petroleum products, as well as stabilization of the exchange rate, called on Nigerians to continue to support his effort at strengthening the economy and at improving the overall well-being of all Nigerians.
The forum applauds the federal government for the successful implementation of the student loan scheme under the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund, which has benefited Southwest students in tertiary institutions. It therefore encourages all eligible students in the region to take full advantage of this initiative across all our higher institutions, vocational training, and skilled acquisition centers in the region.
The Southwest Governors Forum also commended the federal government and the National Assembly for establishing the Southwest Development Commission, recommending that the commission, when finally inaugurated, should be situated in Ibadan within the Cocoa House premises. In another development, the Ogun State government has dismissed claims by its Ondo State counterpart regarding ownership of Eba Island, where an oil well is currently under investigation. It emphasizes that the island falls within Ogun State jurisdiction and cautions against any attempt to stir communal tensions between the Ijebu and Ilaje people who have historically coexisted peacefully. The controversy arose after Senior Special Assistant to Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa on Strategic Communication, Alan Shure, issued a statement asserting that Oke Igo Ishekun, where an abandoned oil well was discovered, belongs to Ondo State and not Ogun State. In response, the Special Advisor to Ogun State Governor on Energy, Jide Onokoya, described Ondo's claim as misleading and contrary to established historical, traditional, and legal evidence. It labeled the assertion as an affront to the Awujale of Ijebu land and the Ijebu Traditional Council, reiterating that historical records and documented evidence confirm that the disputed area is within Ogun State. Onokoya clarified that boundary delineations between local and state government are based on markers recognized by the National Boundary Commission, basing this on thorough examination of relevant maps, which affirms that Eba Island lies within Ogun Waterside in Ogun State. Furthermore, Ogun State condemned Ondo's claim over Irokun, a community in Ogun Waterside, claiming it a reckless attempt to incite conflict. It emphasized that Irokun has been an Ijebu settlement since the colonial era, transitioning through the western region to Ogun State. The state government also condemned attempt at territorial expansion and the misuse of colonial era documents to justify claims that contradict Nigeria's constitutional framework. Ogun State reaffirmed its commitment to maintaining peace and urged stakeholders to respect legal boundaries to avoid unnecessary conflict. Nigerian parents have been charged to promote girl child in the study of science and technology, as they are gifted with intuitive intellectualism to attain greater heights in their chosen careers. The Secretary to the Ogun State government, Mr. Tokunbo Talabi, gave the charge when he received the delegation of Abeokuta Girls Grammar School Old Girls Association, who paid him a courtesy visit as part of activities marking the 70th anniversary of the school. Talabi said the association should look into how to provide more support to the school in the area of girl-child counseling to be more focused and pursue better careers that would make them attain greatness in life. The state scribe maintained that the old girls who are now mothers and grandmothers have a lot to offer the young girls in their alma mater, as well as their girl child at home, noting that it was old-fashioned to impose stern corporal punishment on girl child, but rather be counseled and mentored to excel without being wayward. The SSG record being at a convocation ceremony of one of the reputable and prestigious universities in the country, where the overall Best Student Award went to a female student. Talabi said the state government would not relent at improving the educational standard and learning environment in schools, noting that a major rehabilitation and renovations of science laboratories would begin in matter of weeks. He explained that Prince Dapo Abiodun remained committed towards exposing public school students to teaching and learning of science and technology to broaden their horizon, calling on the Alumni Association of Public Schools across the state to support government in maximizing the opportunities that were creable from science and technology to better the lot of the students.
The other one that is also even more important is entrepreneurship.
The SSG assured that the state governor would support them in their celebration, saying that 70 years was a milestone worthy of celebration. Speaking earlier, the global president of AgSoga, Chief Mrs. Sholakpe Ajibola, appreciated the governor for the hospitality, describing him as a people-oriented governor. Meanwhile, the 70th anniversary of Abeokuta Girls Grammar School, Old Girls Associations, holds on Saturday, 15th February 2025. The event, fixed to begin from 2 in the afternoon, will hold at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library Event Center, Okimoson, Abeokuta. Chief host is the governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, with Alake and paramount ruler of Egba land, Oba Adedotun Aremungbadebo, and Oshile Okionu Egba, Oba Adedapo Adewale Tejosho, as royal fathers of the day. Special guest of honor is the State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Arigbabo. And still on education, Tide Up College Abeokuta has emerged overall winner of the maiden edition of a TV quiz competition, Engineering and You STEM competition, organized by the Nigerian Society of Engineers and sponsored by Prince Engineer Yemisi Shilon. At the prize presentation, Engineer Shilon said the whole idea is to encourage younger generation to embrace the study of engineering, as well as educate Nigerians about the field of engineering and its relevance in everyday life. Nkem Ago was at the event and completes the report.
For over 4 months, secondary schools in Abeokuta locked arms in the maiden TV quiz competition tagged Engineering and You as a jostle to emerge victorious. In all, their ability and understanding to the basic science subjects were rigorously put to test, perhaps to prepare them for the study of engineering.
Fourth question goes to Tide College.
The prize presentation for the top 3 winning secondary schools, no doubt, has achieved its aim as the nation's future engineers received cash award for their outstanding performance. Sponsored by a foremost Nigerian engineer, Prince Yemisi Shilon, and aired on Ogtv, the exercise has demonstrated a path to sustainable interest in various engineering fields among the young generation and congratulated the students.
Enjoying our regular voice in this state, so please open the avenue for public schools to take part in this program. Because in doing so, it will be able to remove the need that public schools are less of than private schools.
Buttressing his position, Chairman Nigerian Society of Engineers, Abeokuta branch, Engineer Olumayowa Idowu, reiterated why engineering courses must be elevated by encouraging young people to embrace study of engineering as it affects every facet of human life.
Your success in this competition is testament to your potential, and I want to encourage you to pursue the necessary skills in science and engineering, as this field will solving many of our nation's challenges.
Other speakers at the event applauded engineer Yemisi Shillon for leading the way in promoting engineering, noting that a singular effort will go down in history.
The seeds we are planting now will germinate, will flourish and bloom for generations that we are going to come. So our students, we just started to have their own citation, we don't know where they are, and after this program, it has brought something else on you.
Tied Up College Abeokuta proved too strong over the competitors as their representatives emerged overall winner, while Funab International School Abeokuta and Al-Huda Model College were first and second runners-up. Cash prizes were therefore presented to the three victorious schools. Inkem Agu, Ogtv News.
The Ogun State Commissioner for Environment, Olaore Sonya, has disclosed that the Gateway State is the leading state in the Waste to Wealth initiative, adding that the state recycles over 1,500 tons of plastics daily. Sonya made this known while addressing journalists at the monthly Congress of the Nigerian Union of Journalists Ogun State Information Chapel held at Olusegun Oshoba Press Center, Okimosan, Abeokuta. The commissioner said turning waste to wealth was beneficial to individuals, the society and government, explaining that many lack the knowledge about investment in recycling business, thereby posing a challenge. He encouraged all to consider the idea of converting waste to wealth, saying the extended producer regulation made provisions for consumers to gather plastic waste of used products and present them in exchange for benefit from the production company. Sonya added that the Ministry of Environment would soon organize a skill acquisition program where citizens would be trained on how to produce gas using waste from the septic tanks of various homes.
Waste to wealth. I've said so much about waste to wealth, and I can reduce it to basic things. All right, increase in income and savings. When you are poor, or when you see yourself as poor, it's not how big your money is that makes you poor or rich. When your expenditure is more than your income, you are poor. Even if your people see billion in your account, when you have 5 billion naira in your account and you need 7 billion to exist, you are a poor man. The man who receives 100,000 naira a month and requires 40,000 naira to exist is richer than you.
In his welcome address, the chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Ogun State Information Chapel, Comrade Femi Oshipito, appreciated the support of members for consistently demonstrating commitment to responsible journalism and environmental reporting, urging all to continue to work together, sharing knowledge, expertise, and resources to promote sustainable development in the state. Still ahead, Defense Headquarters establishes Operation Safe Corridor in Northwestern Zone to curb insecurity in the region. More news and reports after this break. Please stay with us.
What if upgrading your TV doesn't mean buying a new one? Unbelievable, right? But with the new Airtel Smart Router, you can now watch YouTube on any TV and also get unlimited data for 30 days to stream thrilling Nollywood movies, catch up on football highlights, and keep your kids engaged with edutainment all on YouTube. With the Airtel Smart Router, everyone gets what they love. Get the Smart Router plus unlimited data for 25,000 Naira. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to get yours. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
You're welcome back to the news at 8 on Ogun State Television. The Ogun State Internal Revenue Service has visited the Ogun State Guangdong Free Trade Zone in Igbesa concerning patterns of tax non-compliance, with some companies reportedly paying as little as 0.1% of their expected tax obligations. The companies involved have been given the window of 2 weeks to start remitting their taxes and have also been notified about their outstanding bills. Inyoluwa Adeni reports.
The Ogun Guangdong Free Trade Zone, a key industrial hub in Igbesa, faces scrutiny as state tax authorities conduct compliance checks. The visit by the Ogun State Internal Revenue Service revealed substantial discrepancies in tax payments from companies operating within the zone.
To actually enforce non-compliant law from the state food trade zone here. And when we came, we actually spoke with the management. So most of the people that were supposed to meet are not here. Although we still met the coordinator of this place. And we have assurance that within the next 2 weeks, we are going to comply.
Initial findings indicate a pattern of severe underpayment, with some businesses contributing merely 0.1% of their assessed tax obligations. The Free Trade Zone, established to boost economic development and international trade relations, operates under specific tax regulations that must be adhered to.
We are employing them. Since they have seen our action now, this enforcement will start complying with the tax laws and start paying their payee, that's the personal income tax, to the government with immediate effect. Though we have their outstandings, which we have already notified them with the letter, and we believe that from this action that we have taken, they will start complying with immediate effect.
This development has prompted immediate action from state authorities as they work to ensure compliance while maintaining the zone's attractiveness to investors. The state government emphasized that while it supports industrial growth, all businesses must fulfill their civic responsibilities through proper tax remittance. Iyoluwa Adeni, Ogtv News.
Ogtv Investment Company Limited has reiterated its commitment to revamp the region's economy through agricultural sector, even as it concludes plans to begin oil exploration before the end of 2025. The group chairman, Otumba Bimbo Ashiru, dropped this hint while addressing the annual meeting of all the directors in Ogtv's group at Lagos Airport Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos. Fowora Adesonwo report.
The main gate of the Lagos Airport Hotel Ikeja, Lagos State, was flung open for all the directors of Ogtv Investment Company Limited and past group chairman of the company to have a feel of what has been the result of their past efforts.
Found out is that any organization who doesn't have a good succession plan, then it is a failure on the part of the directors. So going forward, we must be able to have succession plans for our people. I mean, we should be able to know who is going to be the next MD in the next few years in our system. And it's very, very important and it's key. We must do that.
Chairman of Ogtv Investment Company Limited, Otumba Bimbo Ashiru, informed the gathering that it has been a total turnaround of the legacy asset from the state of comatose.
Additionally, the successful commissioning of Cocoa House Enhancement Project on October 30th, 2024 stands as a testament to our commitment to preserving and enhancing our heritage assessment. Another project in our infrastructural development is the Premier Hotel, and I'm happy to tell you that we are almost at the final stage, 25 months work. We are increasing the rooms from 87 to 154 rooms.
Past chairman of Ogtv Investment Company Limited described this as a giant stride, while appealing to the Otumba Bimbo Ashiru-led management not to relent in its efforts.
In the energy sector, our beta exploration initiative is gaining traction, and we are actively working towards securing funding for the first oil in 2025. And I pray that by God's grace, Ogtv Group we'll be drilling the first oil as an oil company by God's grace by the second quarter of this year.
Otubashiru had, in a press interview, spoke on the determination to revamp the economy of the Southwest through direct investment in the agricultural sector. Former ICAM president and one-time group chairman of the Odua Investment Company Limited, Felix Bajomo, says Odua Investment Company Limited is working in the right direction.
Food aspect is a very, very important factor. Any nation that cannot feed itself is not worthy to be a nation.
When Odua was established, similar things were established in the north and in the east. But the surviving one today is Odua.
I think many of the efforts are praiseworthy. I would like to say that I appreciate a great deal the way they have approached the issue of building human capital.
The group managing director, Abdurrahman Yunusa, reiterated that the financial health of the company remains a top priority, having recorded consistent revenue growth. The airport hotel Ikeja will soon be reconstructed and remolded, just as the Premier Hotel Ibadan and the Cocoa House, the management said. Adefowura Adesanwo, Ogtv News.
Nigerian Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, NACIMA, has called on government at all levels to engage the organized private sector in the actualization and implementation of policies that would rescue the country's economy from recession. This was disclosed at the 2025 second day of the first quarter council meeting held at the Continental Suite in Abeokuta, Ogun State, which brought together council members from across the country to deliberate on pressing issues. Olaide Oloye completes the report.
Nigerian Association of Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, NACIMA, has held its first quarter council meeting, and it was an avenue to discuss key issues affecting the nation's economy and the business community. The meeting, which took place at an event center in Abeokuta, brought council members from across the country, including representatives from state chambers of commerce, industry, mines and agriculture, to deliberate on pressing matters, including the nation's economic growth, trade policies and infrastructure development. In his opening remarks, the national president of NACIMA, Dele Oyi, emphasized the importance of the meeting, stating that it provided a platform for stakeholders to engage with policymakers and proffer solutions to the challenges facing the business community.
I want to thank all of you. It's been a very, very rare opportunity to be your president. And we've tried to keep faith with you. At NACIMA, we have never done deficit financing under this current regime. We've always had surplus, and now the figure yesterday was about over 200 and almost 300 million credit in the account.
The president of Abiosima, Timothy Eridemi Shoronke, also emphasized the need to pay serious attention to the diversification of the economy and the faithful implementation of the economic sustainability.
For NACIMA to come down to the city chamber of Abeokuta to hold their first quarterly meeting means that they have brought themselves down to the grassroots to know what is our problems, what are the benefits we have, what are the challenges we have, and the one we cannot handle, they can help us to handle it.
During the meeting, council members also received updates on the Chamber's activities and initiatives, including its advocacy effort, trade missions, and capacity building programs.
With this seminar, with this program here, yesterday and today, a lot of impact must have been made. At least it will also impact on the economy of Abeokuta and Ogun State.
Impact on it is also to encourage members to liaise more with their governments and try to upgrade their chambers of commerce. In that way, businesses are also empowered.
The meeting also featured presentation from speakers, representatives from different chambers and industries, who shared insights on investment opportunities and export promotion strategies. The council also urged the government to support the development of the private sector particularly small and medium-sized enterprises, which are critical to the nation's economic growth and development. Olaide Oloye, Ogtv News.
Dangote Group, in a dazzling display of grandeur, has celebrated its day at the Gateway International Trade Fair by showcasing its product for consumers at affordable prices. The event served as an avenue for Dangote Group to engage and also showcase its product to its clientele in the Southwest and beyond. Olaide Oloye again reports that the event attracted a diverse audience, including the Ogun State House of Assembly Speaker, exhibitors and guests. Her report.
With its belief that industrialization is key to diversification of the economy, Dangote Group held its 2025 special day for the showcasing and purchasing of Dangote's product at affordable prices. The event, which took place at the 14th Gateway International Trade Fair, attracted a diverse audience, including the Ogun State House of Assembly Speaker, Right Honorable Oludaisi Elemidi, exhibitors, and distinguished guests in Abeokuta to witness the showcasing of various products. According to the Regional Sales Director, Dangote Cement, Lagos and Ogun State, Mr. Tunde Mabogunje, the Gateway International Trade Fair remains an avenue for the company to connect with its customers in Southwest and other parts of the country, with an aspiration of pushing beyond limits and jointly attaining new levels of success with host communities.
As a manufacturer, we rely on a network of suppliers and services provided for inputs and materials that we cannot source on our own. We are from export of petroleum and even exports of our sugar, export of almost all what we are producing, and this will return back to the country. I know that things will continue to. Nigeria is going to be good and is going to be better.
The Speaker of Ogun State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Oludaisi Elemidi, leading other government officials in their goodwill messages, commended Dangote's product.
Dangote is one of the people that are discouraging neo-colonialism through their investment. So I give that one to Dangote. We can see what Dangote is doing with our money, and people are benefiting from it. So I give it to Dangote to have ventured into many facets of our lives.
Presentation of Dangote's product, such as cement, sugar, and fertilizers, were performed as current and prospective clients were afforded the opportunity of purchasing items at reasonably reduced prices. Exhibition and talent show were some of the highlights of the event. Dangote Industries is a diversified and fully integrated, with its interests spanning across different sectors in Nigeria and across Africa. Olaide Oloye, Ogtv News.
The World Radio Day is celebrated globally on February 13th, and Nigeria is no exception. This day recognizes the powerful role radio plays in global development, and Premium Radio Chapel of the Nigerian Union of Journalists joined their counterparts worldwide to honor this medium. The event, which took place at the Olusegun Osheba Hall in UJ Secretariat, Iweri, Abeokuta, was a celebration of radio's impact on society. Opeyemi Adeomi now reports.
World Radio Day was first celebrated in 2012 to honor radio's societal impact after its invention in 1893 by Nikola Tesla. However, the credit for the first radio went to Guglielmo Marconi in 1896. This year's theme, Radio and Climate Change, was commemorated on February 13th, a day chosen to mark the founding of the United Nations International Broadcast Service. The event began with a welcome address by Seyi Ipadiola, chairman of Premium Radio Chapel, who highlighted radio's critical role in addressing the climate crisis.
The many opportunities that radio broadcasting brings for giving prominence to climate change issues, such as pollution from industrial water science, climate engagement strategy, consider water risk, and so on.
Mr. Ola Oresanya, Commissioner for Environment in Ogun State, emphasized the importance of leveraging radio for climate action and the role of media in environmental sustainability.
Media, especially radio, is one of the vehicles that can bring information to the people in the nooks and crannies of the nation. And the media is a tool to also break the message down into digestible form for our people.
He also stressed the need to train media teams on climate change to ensure accurate and effective communication.
We have decided to give weekend training both to the media team, to CDAs, and to youth on adaptation strategies under the National Adaptation Programs. Training will be to let you know how to make money from disseminating this information, and that will start in the month of March.
Comrade Wale Olanrewaju, chairman of the Nigerian Union of Journalists Ogun State Council, recognized radio's ability to provide accurate information and encouraged everyone to harness its power for positive change.
Radio has long served as a vehicle of information, education, and entertainment, playing a vital role in shaping public opinion and fostering dialogue in our society. Yet, radio and climate change reminds us of the unique potential of radio, not only informing, but should also empower as we collectively tackle the problem of climate change.
Veteran broadcasters shared goodwill messages advising radio stations to prioritize climate-related content. The event featured a question and answer session and award presentations. In Nigeria, radio has been a vital medium of communication since 1933, providing a platform for information, entertainment, and education. Opeyemi Adewumi, Ogtv News.
Some said he gave himself away to conspirators by opening his flanks in an unnecessary show of patriotism. Others are of the opinion that his style of governance was a practical demonstration of how leaders should be close to the people. Benga Dekoya in this report went back memory lane of events that happened on February 13, 1976, when General Murtala Ramat Mohammed, Nigeria's first commander-in-chief, became history 49 years after.